Welcome back to Let's Play Crysis 2. I'm BurningDogFace. And, I wanted to start this episode off. I suppose that I brought this on myself, really, by reading out that other very long comment. Because now I have been specifically requested to read out a very long comment, though I might have to draw it here. So, shout out to Ragnarok1945, who says, with regards to the cloak tracker, that's mostly for multiplayer. You won't be fighting cloaked enemies until the end of the game. I think it's the last level, but I'm unsure. So unless you have like 20,000 nano catalysts by then and have no other upgrades left to purchase, there's no need for the cloak tracker. That is supposed to be the last priority. Of course, I did say for you to kill as many Ceph as possible in order to get the nano catalyst, but that's because the upgrades aren't exactly cheap. I do feel like that's pushing it, you know, just telling me things I will know later on, or telling me that I won't know the answer to something until Crysis 3 does kind of feel spoilery. Just heads up there. With regards to the emails, I recommend that you read them as quickly as possible, though I'm unsure if this will force you out of the game and into the main menu. Crysis 3 definitely didn't do that for such lore, but I don't know if this applies to Crysis 2. Timestamp, so if nothing else, you can see at least why the game made a concerted effort to explain why you're a silent protagonist. When Prophet pulled Alcatraz out, he was already mortally wounded. Prophet gave him the suit to save his life. As you said it yourself, by this point Alcatraz is just the suit. If that's lost, he'd just be a corpse. 1558, this is the Ceph virus that Prophet was infected with at the beginning of the game. At this point, even the most morbidly blind player, unless he's only playing the game for the sake of shooting everybody, can see that there's something not right with the nanosuit. The virus is able to kill the cell soldiers in seconds, as seen in Timestamp, and by other Timestamp, you're able to function just fine as it's keeping the virus at bay. And finally, by other Timestamp, you're containing the virus altogether. Here's the bit where the differentiated between stalkers and grunts. That is not a stalker BDF, that's a Ceph grunt. That's from a physical appearance POV, the stalker and the grunt look almost exactly the same. However, while the stalker is an agile foe leaping from one surface to a next, and using melee attacks, the grunt is the primary infantryman, more durable and preferring to use its firearm. Having said that, the grunt can also leap from surface to surface, which means if you push it hard enough, it can be just as agile as the stalker. It's therefore important to drop the grunt very quickly. Gameplay reasons aside, I feel Lockhart didn't order the cell soldiers to take your weapons because he powered down your suit, which would have rendered your reactions too slow to have done anything. Remember, he also had his gun on you the whole time. Therefore, Lockhart didn't think that upon coming into contact with the Ceph virus, the nanosuit would power itself back up again. I hadn't even noticed that in the moment. Look at Timestamp. Notice that the Ceph isn't running and jumping all over. That's how you can tell the difference between a grunt and a stalker. If that had been a stalker, it would have left to higher heights and attacked you from different angles. The bottom line is that the grunt is a brute force soldier, whereas the stalker is the agile assassin, despite the fact that it's not stealthy. Unlike Lockhart, Hargreave is at least someone that can be sympathized with. He's at least trying to help you contain the Ceph, whereas Lockhart thinks he can just go in guns blazing and expect to win. Now, let's be realistic. After all the sci-fi films, TV shows, comics, and games we've seen, read, and played, when can you just go up against an enemy completely blind and come out on top? Hargreave even admitted that trust had to be earned and didn't expect you to trust him right away. If proving at least he understands, you have to get to know him better before you can put your faith in him. I'm glad you took my advice in killing the Ceph ticks. Trust me, from this point onwards, you'll want to get all the nano catalyst you can get your hands on. This is a fair point. Timestamp facepalm. Nuke the site from orbit? BDF, did you completely forget the US military already tried this at the end of Crysis 1 at Lingshan Island, and that did nothing to stop the Ceph? What makes you think this time will be any different? And that's a good point, because I'd forgotten until then, but I remember now. When the big ice dome went up that was freezing the island, the military said, okay, fuck that, and they dropped a nuke on it. But the dome just absorbed the energy from the blast and expanded the size of the dome until it was reaching out to sea. Yes, what makes you think this time will be any different? Oh, and just so you know, Oh, and this, again, this is sort of what I'm talking about, and just so you know, in Crysis 3 it'll actually be explained what really happened to the Ceph when the nuclear strike happened on the island. Like, I don't think that's a spoiler telling me that I'll learn a thing, but I feel like it's spoiler adjacent, you know? Still, I love the dedication and the amount of enthusiasm that's gone into this Ragnarok. Oh yes, my hope is that on a future vid you'll read the whole of this comment, or at least the vast majority of it. I'm here to help you on the lore, as well as to give you some gameplay pointers. Besides, reading all of this will take you like 6 or 7 minutes anyway. It won't take up too much of your time, and I'd like to know what you think of it at all. Hey, look at that, I did it in 5.5. But yeah, I do appreciate all the knowledge. I just feel like maybe the enthusiasm is going a slight bit too far in certain spots. I did really appreciate the knowledge of the grunts and the stalkers, for example, because as you pointed out, I kind of didn't notice those were two different things.
My men. Well, that explains why their comms went down. I had hoped. Well, never mind. Casualties of war, I suppose. We all make sacrifices. See if you can find their scanning gear. Might give us a little advance warning on what we're heading into here.
I mean, I was gonna say, I'm sorry for your men, but... Geez, that was a bit... I guess you don't get to be the head of a company if unless you're a little bit bastardly, huh? Oh, for the record, Justin, what is that? Oh, it's just steam rising off of another melted body. What the hell? Did this door just open up behind me? Because what happened there is that Alcatraz tried the push bar to open door, and he did it way more gently than he did in the first level when he snapped the handle off. But when the door didn't open that way, he just max power kicked the door off its hinges. It's over there now. I'm getting like a Star Trek 1966 vibe from the music here with the really heavy drums. Dun 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 dun.
Tactical options available.
Crouching, because that never means I'm alone. Resupply. Ledge grab. Destroy. Noted, that's interesting. They're not leaping around, but I can't tell if those are grunts or soldiers. You know, like human soldiers.
Engaged.
Oh. A lot of water coming in from the sky. I guess it must have fucked up the windows up there. All I would have to do is rain after that. Just duck into this train over here to recharge.
Engaged.
Oop. That is a good point about Hargreaves. The man does understand that I'm not going to immediately trust him, particularly if I've been working with the guy who hates his fucking guts.
Engaged.
Rest in peace to Reeves, I guess.
Mitchell Reeves.
Ah.
Aside from Tara Strickland, he was the best I had. From the look of the feed I'm getting from you, the spore loop is running near dormant levels.
Destroy the spore conduit. Access the spore silo.
What? What the hell does that even mean? Oh, I found the other dog tag. Rest in peace specifically to this guy. And what do you know? I can swap out... Oh, God. You don't want the battery to drop out like that. Jesus Christ. I'm going to go ahead and swap out this shotgun for this here sniper rifle. Because actually I can see those guys over there. Fuck. Wait. Is that why they're not moving around? I just, tagged a bunch of ticks through the wall. That's embarrassing. Okay. I'm gonna do this here. I was trying to drop the sniper rifle on the floor, so I would need to run back and climb up here to get it, but whatever. Because I'm sure if it gave me those options... Wait a minute. Crytek. That's not in English. Well, I guess, you know, you can buy, foreign newspapers and stuff in North America. Sure, sure. I stopped myself before saying America because I realized I don't actually know that. What the hell was that? X43 Mike. Oh, that tick just exploded for some reason. That's weird. Let's go send more ticks in one by one to investigate. Yeah, what is this? Well, we're not going to get much out of it while I'm invisible, so let's duck in here and... Oh, you look pretty. Experimental device deploys weaponized microwaves. Keep beam on target, battery-powered Crynet armories. Wait! I got a comment about this today. Actually, that was one of the things that made me start thinking about, maybe pushing too far. It was, a comment saying, I think that this weapon's really good against the Devastators, those really big Ceph dudes. Okay, it's another long comment, but, it does seem very useful. So, another shout-out to Ragnarok1945. It says, timestamp, that's a Ceph Devastator unit. Remember the Elite Power Armor from Fear 2 Project Origin? That's basically what the Devastator is, a walking tank. There's 3 ways to deal with it, assuming you choose to fight it, and I certainly would recommend you fight it since they drop 500 nano catalyst. I did notice that. Option 1 is to use explosives. It takes 5 hand grenades to drop one. If you have the L-tag grenade launcher, or the grenade launcher attachment for your Scar, it also takes 5 grenade rounds to kill. If you choose to use the Jaw rocket launcher, it'll take 3 to 5 rockets to kill. It only takes 2 C4 charges, though, but this means you have to cloak, sneak very close to the Devastator, plant the C4, and run. Option 2 is regular firearms. In that case, you want to use the HMG that you detach from vehicles, the Mark 60 Mod 0, or the DSG sniper rifle, because all other firearms just don't have the penetrating power against the Devastator. Option 3 is to use experimental weapons. Remember how the K-Volt was able to disrupt the nanosuit's energy? You can use the K-Volt to disrupt the Ceph's power suits as well. In the case of the Devastator, it can keep him continuously stunned if you shoot at him repeatedly with it. The other option is to use the X43 Mike, which is a microwave emitter that's designed to bypass armor completely and roast the enemy's flesh, so the Devastator's heavy armor can't protect him. This holds true for all Ceph units. However, the X43 is very rare, as it only appears a few times throughout the whole game. Furthermore, its range is very short, so if you get close to the Devastator and there's other enemies nearby, it'll backfire on you. Interesting. I'll have to keep that stuff in mind. Sorry about that. Yes, with all that in mind, I think I'll put the shiny one away until I find some actual Ceph, and not, say, test it on the, what are they called? Ticks, yes. So I just got the other huge gun I just got my hands on, and, carry that around. Don't need grenades, you don't want that. I just put that down. No X43 Mike ammo. Interesting, the little crates don't work. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh! Guy dodge rolled, I think. This is silly. And he keeps saying it every time I punch and recloak, so... Yeah, to be clear, when I punch while I'm cloaked, just regular punch, not supercharged punch, he decloaks as he punches, then recloaks, and you hear the guy say, cloak engaged again. It's not me turning it on and off manually. You know, I have obsessive behavior sometimes. I don't actually have a disorder for that. What the hell? It's a melted pile of goo, and sitting directly on top of it is a dead Devastator. With this fucking Decepticon-ass head.
Nanovision enabled.
It's a much bigger alien than the other ones. Why is it dead? This isn't the one I killed earlier, so who the fuck else is going to be standing up to one of these things? Maybe these guys killed it. Maybe they really were that hardcore. Oh. I feel like there should be more. I guess there was a collectible just down the way. Range scar, yes. I guess it makes sense that they wouldn't be the sentimental type, but it's still weird to me that, it almost looks like they moved a dead Devastator to, that. Oh, it's another one of these bombs I have to press X and then run away. I guess that makes sense. Destroy this huge blockage in the tunnel, sure. Running.
Warning. Explosion imminent.
Ooh, nice.
Excellent. Now, we need to get you inside the central structure.
I don't think there was anyone...
Looking at the schematics Reeves and his team managed to transmit, I'd suggest you try to blast loose one of the spoke seals and use the resulting rupture to effect entry. Look for any weakness in the structure.
Nanovision enabled.
Any weakness in the structure? Dude, I don't even know what you mean by the spoke seals. I was kind of expecting the shiny, brightly lit place to be the place where you find the souvenir. Also, does anyone else think it's weird that it specifically tells me there are 0, vehicles in this level? I mean, I guessed that because we're underground, but 0 out of 0 vehicles found. It doesn't even list the one for emails, which makes sense if there's no emails here. So why does it tell me there are 0 vehicles here?
Nanovision enabled.
Oh, I see. Man, it just occurred to me that in this game I am simultaneously the Predator and RoboCop, and yet I think I'd rather be almost anyone else in the story. If you haven't seen the reboot of RoboCop they did like 9 years ago, and you know a lot of people didn't, I very strongly recommend you look up the scene where they show Alex Murphy exactly how much of him is not metal. Because it's straight up nightmare fuel. You know, quote, Jesus Christ, there's nothing left. As I recall, once they finally finished taking all the pieces away, all that was left of him was, a head, a neck, a heart and a stomach, and 1.5 lungs. Oh, and a right hand. For some reason, his right hand was undamaged. everything else was metal. That's kind of how I'm
options available.
feeling about Alcatraz at the moment. How much of him will even be meat by the end of the game? I mentioned it before, but like, what if the reason he's not talking is because he's had his entire jaw shattered in that initial attack, or fucked up his vocal cords or something?
Magnificent, isn't it? Like some vast coral ecology. Can we even doubt that these creatures evolved in an ocean?
Sabotage the spore conduit. Interface with the spore veins.
Are you fucking kidding me? Interface with the spore veins? Oh, what do we got? 1,000 meters away, neutralize. 60 meters away, flank. 32 meters below me, resupply. 90 meters in that direction, exit. And grunt, apparently. Oh dear. Oh, I didn't realize it identified them before I tagged them. That's good to know. Oh, good, a Devastator. That's just what I needed. Oh, wow, it'll even tell me exactly what the weapons are when I point at them. It doesn't do the red outline things unless I could see them when I do it, though, it seems to be. Well, I guess it's time to see what this thing does to a Devastator. Or what this thing does, even. It has to be close range, right? So... at least I think that said that. Range, bottom. Oh, fuck. Oh, right, this is going to take forever to reload. It's one of those guns. Oh, good. They're flanking around to get me. I can see that. Thanks to the tags I put on. You know what? I'm just going to go meet those guys before I drop down there. Fuck that. Fuck letting them do that. What is happening? Why can't I stop? Oh, Jesus Christ! I thought I couldn't stop moving forward, like the controller was malfunctioning. But there was a dude pushing me from behind. Oh, jeez, when did that flick off? Probably when I ran out of power, didn't notice. Oh shit! Oh man. That? Now they've got bombs! Of course they've got bombs, but man! Of course they've got their own grenades. Why didn't I think that would happen? Hey, I should check those modules. Because one of them was about more energy, wasn't it? Yeah, nano recharge! I need 8,000 for that. Feck! Oh, yes. Tracking of footsteps does seem less useful than stealth feet, though. So I do need that to get the 10,000 one for stealth enhance. It just makes it drain slower. Okay. There was an ammo box just over here. Just over there. I misplaced where I was. This canyon would make a very good multiplayer map. Oh shit. The Devastator is right there. I was about to decloak. I imagine reloading a belt-fed weapon is annoying when you're invisible. Alright, big guy. wide and say hi! Killed 1 of 20 using the mic. No! Shit! The dude wedged himself into a damn train. How am I supposed to get the... Did it give me the nano catalyst? I didn't see. Oh, there it was. It was out here in the spot where he died. He then just sort of... The animation had him stagger forward and fall down, you see. That used... less than half of the ammo I had, at least, and that's pretty good considering how fucking tough those guys are. I should test it out in one of the soldiers. One, just... Oh, it's that same cat sticker. That's weird. Hello, what are you? Why is that one seat on the train there blue? Oh, this isn't a train, this is a bus. What? Is that just the lighting? If I stand right here, does it not blue? Oh, fuck. This is a good spot to hide goods and services. Wait, is this exit? Oh, yeah, this is exit. Never mind. Flank. Yeah, that's what I ended up doing. Resupply there. I might as well. Oh, no, wait. This thing doesn't have mic ammo. That's right. I get that it's short for microwave, but I still like that it looks like the weapon is just named Mike. At least partially because it makes me feel slightly less crazy for naming the gun from Control Jeremy. Alright, let's interface with this giant, complicated machine, which looks like it was stolen from a Transformers sequel. Sabotage the spore conduit interface with the spore veins. Yeah, just jam your hand right in that. That seems safe.
That seems to be working. Good. But you'll need to repeat the procedure with the other spokes. That should bring the whole system up to full pressure.
Okay, we're trying to create a pressure buildup that makes it blow up, I guess, but... I don't like that he took a big chunk of spores with him. Because that makes me wonder if his real objective is to get Alcatraz to, like, turn into an alien hybrid or something. Let's just expose him to as much DNA as we can. Oh, that's a gas line. That's why that's on fire. Okay. There's a pipe sticking out of the wall. I was wondering why it was fire and not water. Checkpoint! I've got nothing to check on. Oh, the timer went off in my hands as I was picking up my phone. Fair! So I guess I'll just call it here on this train. I'm BurningDogFace, and I'll see you on the next episode of, Let's Play Crysis 2. And I really do hope to see you there, because, well, because you guys make it, even more worthwhile to go through these horrible alien tunnels and such. Really enjoying working out this mystery with you guys. What the hell, I'll kick this car off the edge. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Have yourselves a great day, Burning Dog fans. Keep up that enthusiasm. Later!